Hello everyone, and welcome to another Pokemon Challenge run. I've been doing a few of these lately, and this one was not requested, suggested by Elven Dragon that we do a Metapod only run. So by the title and the thumbnail and stuff, you guys should have seen that we're going to attempt this. The quirk about Metapod is it only knows Harden, right? It's its only moveset. It learns nothing else, no TM, no HM, no nothing else, just Harden. We have 30 of them. It raises our defense, and that is it. We can't attack. So, much like the Magikarp run, we are going to rely heavily on struggle. So this run's going to be fun. We are going to be manipulating our power points so that we can potentially use Harden in some of these battles. We're going to be manipulating our HP with the struggle and trying to do this semi-itemless. We may have to use some items eventually, like X attacks or something like that. Getting ourselves hands on leftovers is going to be a great idea. So this is going to be a fun run, and I say that loosely. I've had fun doing the other ones. Magikarp just got very grindy, but with Magikarp, there was a lot of things that I didn't know. One of the things that I didn't really know is natures. I knew what natures were, but I did not pay any attention to Magikarp's nature throughout the entire run. Had I maybe re-rolled it for an adamant nature, that would have been a lot better throughout our playthrough, which I have actually ran through Metapod here and got an adamant nature, which is going to help us use struggle throughout our playthrough. The other thing that I didn't really know about is IVs and EVs. Now, I have not dumped this thing into the IV calculator yet to see what we have for potential IVs, but they're okay. I did roll an adamant Metapod that was a male. It had 7 attack, 10 for defense, it had 7 for special attack, which doesn't matter, and 7 for special defense and 8 for speed. So this one is relatively better. Special attack does not matter to us. The other thing that I didn't really know about or how to do is EV train. I do know how to EV train now, and I actually have a very compiled list here of what I would like to do. So in total, you get 510 effort values that you can assign to your Pokemon based on the Pokemon you faint in battle. Being that we're going to have to grind quite a bit with Metapod here, we can start placing some of these relatively easy. We are going to lose the first battle with Gary here. We are going to get the parcel and be able to make our way into Viridian Forest and fight other Metapods and Kakunas to get rid of the Hardens. And then finally get to struggle, rinse and repeat until we have gained enough levels to pretty much take on Brock. So I think we're going to max out our attack on our Metapod, which we need to fight 252 Mankeys. So effort values are broke up into numbers. 510. After 510, you can gain no more effort values. Later generations introduce berries that can manipulate, where you can take away some of your EVs from certain points and move them around, but 252 is the max that you can put into one stat. So the rest of them I'd actually like to break up a few different ways. I would like to put a little bit into HP so that our Metapod can actually have enough HP to withstand an attack. And then our defense is actually great on Metapod, and our special defense is quite a bit lower. At the moment, I should be actually putting up a little screeny of Metapod's base stats, because they're not great. It has a base HP of 50, a base attack of 20, a base defense of 55, which is its best stat, a base special attack and special defense of 25, and a base speed of 30, giving it a total of 205 base stats. That makes it a little bit better than Magikarp. Now, at its minimum value, we can have an HP of 210, 40 on attack, 103 on defense, 49 each on special attack and special defense, and 58 on speed. With EV training, we have a potential possibility of a maximum of 304 on HP, 152 on attack, 229 on defense, 163 apiece on special attack and special defense, and 174 in speed. So we have 510 EVs that we can mess around with, and for every 4 EVs you get a +2 one of your stats, so it says. They get evened out and distributed throughout, but you can effort value train early on. So we're going to be fighting Mankeys on Route 22 for the attack buff. We are going to fight Metapods and Kakuna for a little bit of defense buff in Viridian Forest. I'm not sure how many EVs I want to do yet, but we are going to give some defense. The stat that matters the most is going to be special, because we are going to be fighting Blaine, and our rival is going to have some fire-type Pokemon. Most fire-type moves are special, so we're going to want to put a little bit of a buff in that. Magikarp, Metapod is weak to 3 different typings: Rock, Flying, and Fire. Now, Rock and Flying have a lot of physical moves, so we want to evenly disperse and have a potential of a high defense and a high special defense. The remainder of our EVs, are, like I said, are going to go into HP. Surprisingly enough, fighting Caterpies and Viridian Forest give us HP EVs. So, the only issue that we're going to run into is going to be our special defense. We actually can't get to a Pokemon until, I believe, Drowsy outside of Vermilion that will give us special defense EVs. So, with all the knowledge I have, we're going to make an attempt at a run here. Again, Metapod does not learn any moves outside of Harden, so this is going to be quite a battle to the Elite Four. Now, before we fight our rival, one thing to note is we could have started with a Caterpie, we could have let it evolve into a Metapod and gone from there, but to me, that doesn't really exude the challenge, right? We would have had an attacking move and things would have gone a little bit easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fight my rival. This is an inevitable battle that we're going to lose. I'm going to start my grind in Viridian Forest and start attacking Mankeys until I've killed 252 of them, and we will go from there. Now, running away from a battle is based on speed. And apparently I have such a low speed that I actually got hit from a Weedle whilst I was in Viridian Forest. So that is something to keep in mind if you want to try this challenge. I also forgot to mention that we nicknamed our Metapod Metagod for this run. And our rival is named Bugkilla, because, well, we're probably going to die to him quite a bit. So, we have no moves left. We are going to use Struggle. And one thing that I've also done, just like in the Magikarp run, is I have gotten myself all the potions that I can. There's a few more inside of Viridian Forest, but this is going to at least let us be able to attack for a little while and gain a couple of levels. Now, if you want to know which Pokemon give out which EVs, you can type in Pokemon EV list. Bulbapedia and Pokemon database, PokemonDB.net or whatever, have a great list that they've compiled for every single Pokemon in the game and the effort values that they give. That is what we're doing. We've done a lot of research, and now what I'm doing is actually going to keep a tally for real of the Mankeys that we have taken out, because I want to have exactly 252 and max out my attack stat before anything else. I know that I should look at other stats, but having an attack of 152 versus 40 is going to make or break this run, I believe. I could be wrong. We're still learning things. This is probably not a challenge that we should do, but we're gonna do it. This is gonna be quite the grind, because I actually died from the second Mankey we fought. And I did not heal anywhere, so I went back to Viridian, or I went back to my house in Pallet and had to go to Viridian Viridian Pokemon Center I healed, and now we're back here going to do the grind. But I wanted to go ahead and do an IV calculation at level 5, which is not always the best to do. But it looks like my IVs are for HP and attack is 9, defense and special defense is 19, special attack is 4, and speed is 25. I have a really good speed IV. Again, the max is 32 that you could potentially have. And those IVs, like I said, are very, very based on very inaccurate data at the moment. So hopefully through some EV training we can have a really good Metapod, but that's yet to be seen. But I'm going to spend the next, I don't know, a while grinding up Mankeys and grinding up stuff, because fighting Brock, as we saw in the Magikarp run, is going to take us quite a bit. We might actually be able to do it with Metapod before level 20, or maybe right at level 20. We'll just have to try. Two quick things. Number one, do you guys think I'll actually find a shiny in this run with all the grinding that we're going to be doing? Put your guesses in the comment section below. Number two, because I'm fighting Kakunas and Metapods that have the exact same moveset I do, I can actually waste all of my Hardens. He will waste all of his Hardens, or she will rather, and now we have both wasted all of our Hardens, and if I were to do any moves, the next move would be Struggle. But we're going to run away. So I actually only have to fight one Kakuna or one Metapod, as opposed to having to fight two with Magikarp. So, that's good news. This could go a little bit faster with our grinding, we will see. So quick little pop in from our training here. We have just killed our 252nd Mankey, netting us full EVs into attack. And right now we are level 20 and we are looking at a 30 base attack, which is pretty good. If you remember the Magikarp run, we finished with 40 attack, something like that. So we're doing pretty good. The one thing that I'm not liking is that special defense. The speed is kind of rough as well, because that is going to play into factor later on. But anyway, I think now we're going to turn our attention towards killing some Caterpie, and then maybe a few Metapod and Kakunas. Right now it's kind of a toss-up because the special defense is what I need the most of. My defensive, my defense is fine, right? So to balance them out, if I did my math correctly, we need 40 Drowsy or Tentacool or something like that to balance out special defense and defense. So, yeah. Oh. But I think at level 20, where we're at right now, I think we could stop EV training if we wanted to. I'm going to take out, like I said, a few of these Mons and maybe look up another defensive Pokemon. But I think it's time to head to Brock. This thing has been a lot of fun. And we're going to have to do some serious work going through Viridian Forest, but it's okay. And here we go. We have made it to Brock. We have battled all the other trainers. I'm keeping a sharp list on effort values that we've learned. We have a level 21 Metapod with a base attack of 33, some okay defenses, and no Hardens. Now, Geodude is not something I'm scared of. I think we can take it out relatively easy, but the Onix, on the other hand, does no Rock Tomb, which we are weak against. So, nothing to do but do it. Are we gonna do it? First try? Oh my goodness. So. Oh, we did this so much easier than the Magikarp run, right? The Magikarp run, we were like level almost 28, something like that, 26, 28, somewhere in there, before we were able to beat Brock. A lot of this is thanks to EV training and natures and IVs and stuff like that. And paying attention to this stuff does make or break a run. And I'm very thankful that I know this stuff. So, with the first badge under our belt, our challenge is more than officially on the way. And what did that give me for money? I've got 1,500 money. So, rather than healing, I think we're gonna go buy some potions. And try to destroy a few more. I could buy 5 potions. I think I'm gonna grab... I need to catch Pokemon too. Maybe we'll grab 1 potion. Is it even worth it? Yeah, let's grab 1. And the rest of the money I'm gonna spend in Pokeballs. Because we do need to catch some Pokemon. It's a long time before we can get back this way, and we need to get Flash, we need to get the item finder for our run, so yeah. And I definitely need to catch myself a Paris, so I think... I mean, that's going to get us a little ways through these trainers. If nothing else, we will battle these trainers over here. And then we can run back to Viridian Forest and waste our power points that way. Once we get past this, it's going to be a lot harder to find battles in which we can just waste our power points. So, this is where the old internet brain comes in handy. I've gone about halfway through Mount Moon fighting trainers and gathering items. We did get a star piece that we could sell for 4,900 Poke. So I've bought myself a bunch of potions, I bought myself some antidotes, I did grab a few more Pokeballs because we are catching Mons, and we're going to traverse the rest of this cave. Once we get past Mount Moon, there is no coming back to fight Kakunas and things like that, right? We're going to have to waste our Hardens in another manner and find other Pokemon that we can actually do that with, which I don't know. I don't know. Until we get flying, we can come back to Viridian Forest. But it's time to make our way through the rest of Mount Moon. I think the first thing that we want to do now that we're in Cerulean is let's take on our rival. Let's see how this goes. This Pidgeotto is intimidating. It does know a flying move. Can do some serious damage to us, as you see there, with Sand Attack, making us relatively susceptible. The rest of his team, I'm not going to beat. I'm not going to beat struggling like that. So this is kind of our next hurdle, and it is typical for Cerulean City being walled between Misty and your rival. Right? We had this problem with the Magikarp run. Oh, we might actually... Nope, the growls are going to take us out, or the sand attacks are going to make it to where we don't do a lot of damage. I'm not super over-leveled for this, and I also don't feel like running through a bunch of stuff. I'm coming fresh out of Mount Moon. Can we do this? If we were to use a potion, we could. There's no way to do it, right? I could go take on Misty's gym. And struggle recoil damage is going to take me out. So yeah, I think I'm going to go take out some of these trainers to try and gain a little bit of a level. Which we don't need a lot. Maybe that'll help. Give us a little more attack. Give us a little more defense. Stuff like that. I do believe that I've gotten all of the items that I can. I don't think there are any more like berries or anything. I've already used up the one orange berry I found. And I can't, of course, get back that way. Not a lot of strategy available to me. Nothing up this way. We can't go there until we see Bill. So yeah, Misty's gym. So let's chance ourselves against Misty. See how we do. She's got a Staryu and a Starmie. Which I have been keeping up on what Pokemon are giving me what effort values. Staryu and Starmie are going to give me effort values into, looks like speed? Yes, they're going to give me +1 and +2 into speed if we beat them. So, the recover is the problem. God. I get annoyed because this is a huge, massive wall in this game. She has two mons that are ridiculously annoying, where if it was just an all-out battle like that, we could actually take them out, but of course her star meat is super, super bulky. And of course we're trying to do this with a Metapod, I mean, come on. And Gary and his mons just wall us in a different way, right? Sand attack, lowering our defense or our accuracy, and then hitting us with other moves to really knock us out. So what I think we're gonna have to do is I think we're just gonna have to do this with items. Like right there was a sand attack, but we have gone through. Oh, Shed Skin coming in clutch. That was actually the best run RNG-wise I've had, but the one sand attack made it pretty abysmal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heal here with a potion. That'll give us the level up, and then we will go against the Bulbasaur, which we can finally beat. Nice. Okay, well, we had to use items. I said I wanted to try not to use items. Oh, I don't want to heal. How much do I have? I'm so used to going to the Pokemon Center. But it's gonna be kind of an inevitable thing, right? We have to use items. We gotta... I mean, why am I getting so uptight about items, right? Everybody's using them. Misty's got Recover on both of her Pokemon. Let's be honest. So now I'm gonna go do the whole cape thing, go to Bill's, get the SS ticket and things like that. I'm going to buy myself a few of these, which I can only buy 4. And yeah, we're gonna struggle our way across the Nugget Bridge, get the Nugget, things like that, and hopefully make our way. We can go do the SSN and stuff without beating Misty, right? Said that before, we don't have to beat her until we're ready to go fight Lieutenant Surge, because we can't use Cut without her gym badge, but for a while we don't need it. I'm gonna try and attempt at Misty, now that we're level 30. Even with 2 Hardens, it was 2 attacks to take out Staryu. Which is pretty nice. But there is just no way. There's no way we're taking out that Starmie, as you see. So that's fine. We have beaten everybody across Nugget Bridge. We have beaten all of the people on the Cape. We have gotten the Nugget. We sold the Nugget. We're sitting okay with some money. I'm probably going to go buy a few more Super Potions real quick, and then we're going to make our way to Vermilion City. Once we get to Vermilion City, I'm actually going to go on the route to the right, which I believe is Route 16. I'm probably wrong. Route 11. Yeah, Route 11. We can find Drowsy here, and we can finally start dumping some effort values into special defense. Our Metapod, Metagod, is not looking too bad attack-wise and defense-wise, but special defense, it is lacking it. And I've been keeping a hard list of what we've earned so far. So we're up to 18 HP effort values. We are up to 34 on defense. We're up 6 on special attack, which is nothing. And then speed, we are at 32. So I want to keep a track of those so that I know that I still have some EVs that I can dump into special defense. Killing just a bunch of Drowsies, which is going to take a ton of time. 4 is the amount of Super Potions we can buy. Money is going to become a thing that is a problem in this game. So we might look at catching as many Pokemon as we can, and I believe we need 40 kinds to get an amulet coin that we can use throughout our trainer battles and stuff like that. So Metapod is fully healed. we're looking pretty good. Let's go fight this rocket and then head to Vermilion City. Alright, so we've made it to Vermilion City. I'm on Route 11, and looking at stats and things, I've gone to the IV calculator on the internet. Cerebi has a really nice one that you can plug in your different EVs and stuff. And because I've kept such a great track of my effort values that we've done throughout the gameplay, if I dump the rest of my EV training into my special defense, currently, the way it looks is my stats at level 100 would be 230 on HP, 140 attack, 141 defense, 54 special attack, 122 on special defense, and 105 in speed. Which isn't great. It just means I'm going to get outsped by a lot of Pokemon. But again, fire type moves and some flying moves are special, and I want a better special defense. And it looks like our IVs for special defense are pretty good, pretty decent. Special defense, attack, defense, we've gotten some pretty good IVs all the way around. So I am now here in the field where we can fight Drowsy. I have a total of 7. 7 Drowsies. This is going to be quite the grind, because I don't have that many potions, right? Out here I can fight Spearows and Drowsies and Ekans and things like that, so we're gonna have to do some serious management of things. I've got very little money, which I'm probably going to take a look at how much I should spend. Let's go look, as a matter of fact. These are things that I'm factoring in, okay? A super potion costs 700 Poke, and it heals 50 points, okay? Doesn't look like I can actually buy potions from this person. I think potions are 300 and they only heal 20. So if I were to buy 2, that would be 600 Poke and it only heals 40. I spend $100 more to heal 50. Super potions are obviously the better deal. But we are going to run out of those soon. I could sell the Revive. I can actually sell the Ethers. I collect these in my other playthroughs, but why? We don't need them now. Yeah, it's kind of a weird feeling to be selling something like that. The other thing that I have, obviously, are TMs, because we are playing Generation 3. I can sell most of these. We're going to use Dig. We're going to put this on our Paris, as we always do, to make it so we can exit things a lot easier. And after doing some EV training, because Water Pulse is a special move, and that's why we're getting obliterated by it, we're going to go back and we're going to take on Misty. After we beat Misty, we actually can get cut, from the SSN, and then through Diglett's tunnel over here, we could actually make our way back to Viridian or any of that stuff, so that we can sit here and lose our moves and things like that. I'm curious to see, can we actually go to the move deleter and delete our last move, Harden? Our only move, Harden? Questions. We're gonna find out, but not till way later. So for stall tactics, once we no longer have potions, we got the old rod here in Vermilion City. So using the old rod, we can fish ourselves up a janky Magikarp that only knows Splash, and because I know how Magikarp is, I know that it has 40 Splash. So we can completely waste our 30 Hardens and simply run from the battle. Whoops. Over in this house, to the left of the Pokemon Center, is where you get the old rod. Very nice little thing. And now we can continue on our quest of destroying the entire population of Drowsy on Route 11. So far, we are at 55. I've only got about another 100 to go. And with this Drowsy right here, that makes 151 Drowsy strewed about Route 11. all for us to get some serious special defense gains. So let's take a look at our Metapod. It's not looking too bad. Again, had I done all of this with Magikarp, I think our run would have been a lot easier. And to put it into retrospect, Magikarp has similar base stats, at least totals, to Metapod. It actually learns 2 attacking moves in Tackle and Flail, and I struggled through the entirety of the game. It does level up a lot slower than Metapod does, but that's not the point. We still could have had a much better Magikarp, considering I have 57 attack in my Metagod here, 58 defense, and 48 in special defense, which is nice. So, what I think I'm going to do now is we're going to go battle all the trainers on Route 11. We're probably going to go back and battle Misty, and then come do the SSN, all the things, then Lieutenant Surge. I did forget that on Route 24, which is where we're at right now, you can actually fight Metapods in the grass. So, after we beat our rival, that it was an option for us to lose all of our hardened PP. All we had to do was come across the bridge and come into this grass. Now, they are a little bit of a rarer encounter, so they would have taken a little while, but since we have the old rod now, we can just fish for Magikarps anywhere there's a body of water. And lose our hardens that way, which is a nice way of doing things. So, now, we are level 40. We are sitting pretty good with stats and stuff like that. I think we can take Misty on now that we have a little bit better of a special defense. And we're going to burn a super potion here. Actually, I need to go dump the Oddish. And with the Oddish put away that we caught, because we are catching Mons to get the item finder, let's try to take on Misty. Struggle is a one-shot on Staryu that is awesome. We do half damage with Struggle on Starmie. And she got the Confuse on the Water Pulse. But if we look at our health, it's sitting at 88. And we go down to 64 between the Struggle and the Water Pulse there. So that is a 24 attack, which is not bad, all things considered. Now, we got unlucky there. We might have to gain a couple more levels to make sure that it's a 2-shot on the Starmie, because our Struggle is rolling rather low, but never mind. A couple of tries later, there we go. We have the Cascade badge. Lets us use Cut and gives us another TM that we can sell, which is perfect. So, I'm going to not grab... I was going to grab Paris out to have Cut, but we don't get Cut until after the events of the boat, the SSN. So we're going to go back to Vermilion. We're going to go beat up a bunch of trainers, get a few decent items from the boat. And the next time I should see you guys is against our rival battle. Alright, here we go. Little speed up battle for him. We are a lot over leveled, but what else can we do? This team isn't that bad unless we don't get the attack from the accuracy drop. And we just got a poison, which is no big deal. Nice. I haven't been putting berries and stuff on Metagod because it does have the ability Shed Skin, which heals the body when shedding. So there's a chance every time after a status move for us to just naturally cure the status move, which is pretty good. I'm not going to rely on that too heavily when going into battles like the battle we're about to do with Lieutenant Surge. We are going to want to have a cherry berry. I believe it's a cherry berry. Yeah, have a cherry berry equipped for the paralysis just to ensure that we actually get the paralysis gone. But again, Lieutenant Surge shouldn't be too hard. I am going to probably just pop a potion and go through his gym, but we gotta grab Paris. Gonna quick run through the gym and then popping the hyper potion that we found on the SSN. Let's take him on. I forgot to equip the berry. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. We didn't get the static, so we got lucky. But we did not get lucky with the evasion. Right. So let's give Metagod the cherry berry. Let's go ahead and make another save. This way we don't have to worry about it next time. We got a high roll on struggle that time and one-shotted both the Voltorb and the Pikachu. But this dang Raichu knows double team. It is obviously faster than us. Shed skin. Nope. That was the berry. Oh my goodness. We should be able to take this guy out with brute force and RNG luck. There we go. Goodness. Alright. Again, we don't have to beat Lieutenant Surge. We could just continue on without his badge, but I do believe that we need it for Fly. So, the thing for us to do now is to actually buy 4 repels. And then we're gonna buy a dozen or so super potions to make our way through Rock Tunnel, jeez. To make our way through Diglett's Tunnel to go get Flash. Because again, I know this game very well and I could probably get through Rock Tunnel no problem, but I don't want to. The other thing I'm gonna take away the cherry berry, and then where's my Pokedex at? We're at 21 Pokemon. I believe we need 30 to get the item finder, which is up here. Yep, we need 30 Pokemon, so we're getting there. So I think we're not going to use the repels right away, but we will get ourselves some Diglets, and I'm going to come up here and catch a Meowth. Yes. Catch a Meowth, and I think we've caught every single Pokemon that we can. We've done all the trades that we can. There's a couple more Pokemon that we can catch. You know, I distinctly remember running through Rock Tunnel with Magikarp and being scared of these hiker battles, and my Metapod is just a beast, where I'm not even really worried about it. We're doing pretty good on all of our stats, still attacks up to 67, but I'll show you by fighting this guy who has quite a few Geodudes. We one-shotted that one. We've two-shotted the other ones, and then he has a Machop. Not even scared. I do save before him just in case of bad RNG, but like I wouldn't have fought this guy, or I know I didn't fight this guy with Magikarp, because he's got an Onix, which we take out in 3 shots. 2 Onixes and a Geodude. A little harder of a guy to take out because this guy has 4 Pokemon up here. His levels are going to be lower, meaning he's going to be an easier fight. There's another hiker right over here that I did not fight with the Magikarp run, and we are going to fight him in this run because why not? Why not, right? The same thing holds true outside of Rock Tunnel. Once we get to the Lavender side, I avoided all of these trainers because the bulkiness of the trainers and the fact that we had to run back and forth to the Pokemon Center a few times with Magikarp. So I'm just going to take these guys out because why not? It's just more experience, and the more experience we gain now, the less we're going to have to gain on the back end. Forgot this guy was a trainer. And Slowpoke is ridiculously bulky for a Mon. I didn't realize that. So, there we are, level 48. We're almost to level 50, looking pretty good. And we're going to keep the speed up in Lavender Town because, you know, things. Anyway, We're gonna delete. We're going to deposit some Pokemon we caught. We are sitting pretty good at 27. We only need 3 more Mons. I'm gonna come down here and do some fishing for getting rid of Harden. And then we're going to head towards Celadon City because we can kind of bypass Lavender. We don't need to go up the Pokemon Tower. We know we gotta go to Celadon. We gotta do the rocket stuff. Get the Silph Scope, come back. Yada, 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 yada. Oh, yeah. Now, I've gone ahead and ran through the entirety of the rocket hideout. We beat Giovanni. There's nothing really to it. Giovanni, the battle itself wasn't hard. We did have a little bit of a struggle against its Kangaskhan, but a potion heal, we were able to wipe him out pretty easily. And our Metagod is level 53, looking pretty good. I've gone through the entirety of Erika's gym, and now it's time to take on Erika. Which we're just going to kind of speed through, because there's nothing really special. There's no strategy, nothing. It's just struggle, hope that Shed Skin gets rid of the paralysis for us, and see if we can't beat her Mons, which it did. We are going to have to pop a super potion. Unfortunately, this isn't going to be itemless, but it's fine. It's fine. We have our 4th gym badge, and honestly, I have not been struggling through this game near as much as I did with Magikarp. I did look back at Magikarp and see that we did get it in Adamant Nature, but I know I didn't do any EV training. Its final stats were actually 209 HP, 49 attack, 166 defense, 42 special attack, 57 special defense, and 258 speed. Metapod is not going to have that kind of speed. It is not a very fast Pokemon. Obviously, it's a Cocoon. But I'm already far, far ahead of where Magikarp's attack was at 75. Defense, we're on track to be ahead of Magikarp. Special attack does not matter. Our special defense is already higher. So the only thing that's going to be worse than Magikarp is going to be our speed. So judging by that, if I was able to beat the Elite Four and our rival with Magikarp, I should be able to do it with Metapod, right? That's the plan anyway. So now we have 4 gym badges under our belt. But there's a lot of storyline stuff that we need to go do. We need to go do the Lavender Tower. We need to get the Pokeflute. The Pokeflute allows us to head to Fuchsia City, which is going to be good because we can actually get a leftover. I did get myself the item finder. Whole reason I caught all the Pokemon I was catching. So we can get some leftovers, which is going to make things a lot easier for us, HP management wise. And we have the Silph or the Silph Company to do, the Fuchsia Gym, Sabrina's Gym, and then rolling on to Cinnabar to do the Blaine fight, which is probably the only fight I'm really worried about. We are quite a bit over leveled, but there's not much that we can do there. It is what it is. We are going to maintain that over-leveledness for a good portion of the game. And just like before, I really only need to get Metapod to level 88. And now that we've completely EV trained this thing, it makes no sense not to go ahead and use our rare candies, which I have been collecting along the way. We're sitting at our 5. Which I believe is correct amount. Yeah, the next one's in Pokemon Tower and in the Silph Company. So, on to a rival battle after we get rid of all of the PP that we have for Harden. And I honestly don't think that this is going to be a hard battle either. It's just going to be struggle strats through the entire thing. He does have his Growlithe now and his Gyarados that's going to give us the Intimidate drop. I was not paying attention. We are going to have to use some healing items. There's just no way. Well, maybe there's a way. Ivysaur is last, but we are going to heal. while it tries to put us to sleep. And there we go. Pretty easy fight, right? Second try. Like I said, I don't think you could do this run itemless, not completely itemless, unless you over-leveled by quite a bit. So, it is what it is, right? We're not trying to do hardcore things. This is enough of a struggle just doing this with Metapod. Let's make our way to the top of the tower, save Mr. Fuji, get the Poke Flute, and finally get us an item that is going to help with HP management. I remember coming down this route with Magikarp and struggling. We actually came down Cycling Road to get to Fuchsia, but then I came over here to start doing some of the battles, and I struggled heavily with coughings and wheezings and things like that that are bulky defensively. But this cocoon of a Pokemon, this Meta God, is just that. It's a little slow, but honestly, I haven't had too many problems. I actually swept through most of the trainers this way, because we came over the top to get the Rain Dance TM that sits just on the other side of here, and then I went this way and I died to the last guy, just because of smokescreen, poison, you know, combination of all the different things. But we are in Fuchsia City, and I did look at the move deleter here. It says I can make a Pokemon forget a move. Which Pokemon should forget a move? I pick Metapod, and it won't let me delete Harden because it's the only move that it knows. So, with that being said, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fly to Celadon City. And we are going to go down the Cycling Road after I detour via Cerulean because I forgot to get the bike. Now, I drove down the entirety of Cycling Road. I fought all the trainers. I got the rare candy. I went down routes 12, 13, 14. I believe that's the routes. And fought every single trainer I can. 15, 14, 13, and 12. Yep, I fought all the trainers along these routes. I fought the entire Route 17 and 18 and 16 trainers. I have fought everything all the way around Saffron City here. I've fought every single trainer that I can. Every single trainer in Rock Tunnel. Outside of Rock Tunnel, I fought every trainer coming over here in Route 8. Minus one. There's one trainer over here and one trainer on Route 12 that I did not fight because it's a double battle. So, here we are. We have fought everybody in Koga's gym. Our Magikarp, here we go again, Metapod, Meta God that is level 64, and ready to take on Koga and his poison types. We have a crazy attack stat for Metapod. We're about to gain a level. We have the Shed Skin ability, so I'm not going to put a berry on it. I'm going to continue to use the leftovers, which has helped tremendously. As far as healing items go, I have one Hyper Potion, so let's see how this fight goes. And that is something I was worried about. There is potential for one of the coughing and I believe his wheezing to go boom. So, we're going to go through the fight with Muck here. And that Shed Skin ability coming in clutch there. We are going to hit the Hyper Potion here, because I'm nervous about the wheezing going pop. But of course, this thing has used a bunch of acid armors and raised its defense significantly, which caused us to lose the battle. They're not all going to go like that. There is potential that we could knock this thing out before, well, it healed. Let's go ahead and hit that Hyper Potion now. And we're not going to worry about the poisoning, because as you see there, the Shed Skin ability keeps knocking that poison down. The unfortunate thing is, he keeps healing his Muck, wasting our turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to back out of the gym. We're going to go and heal the Metapod. We're going to gather a few more healing items, and then I'm going to waste PP until I have about 3 Hardens left. This way I can get a little bit of a physical defense. and be able to tank the self-destruct and potentially another self-destruct. Okay, third, fourth time's a charm, right? So we're gonna hit some hardens, and now we're out of moves. I know it's hit us with a few smoke screens, which really sucks. And unfortunately, we have to set up on the first mon until we're out of power points, and then we can kind of dominate this thing. I didn't even get a chance there to heal. I think this is the right strat. We might have to go waste a few more hardens, and what's nice is he tends to use his healing items on his coughing, or at least one. So by the time the wheezing comes out, he's at least wasted one. Now, watching our HP here, we're gonna play the same game, Koga. There we go, we got past his muck. And now it's just literally a battle of trying to maintain HP, actually hit this mon, and we are gonna hit another super potion, and take it out. And making sure that we don't let Metapod evolve. I should have actually been recording when I was fighting some trainers on the cycling road. I accidentally forgot to hit B. Metapod evolved into Butterfree, and I had to reset. Which is a good thing that I do this pretty frequently with the saving. So, Metapod is now level 65, and I think at this point it is time for us to go take on the Silph Company, and then take on Sabrina, and get our 7th gym badge. No, 6th gym badge, sorry, Koga was the 5th. We do have the availability to surf. If I wanted to walk through the Safari Zone, I could do that now, but I feel like I've got to come back here anyway, because we don't have... I want to use Lapras as I've used before for the Strength and Surf Mon. We're just keeping with the... I could easily go catch whatever I wanted to, but... Silph Company. We're going to go through the entirety of the Silph Company as I've done before, because you can gain a lot of items that you can sell. Right now we have 62,000 Poke money. It's just called money. And I think that's going to help us out in the future. We have bought a ton of potions. I do want to deposit a few items. The escape rope we can sell. The PP ups we can actually sell. The moonstone can go, and the black glasses can go. There we go. We're just going to deposit those. They're not items that we can sell. So now it's on to the Silph Company, and eventually a very tedious rival fight. As you guys know, it's one of the harder rival fights for us, so I'll see you there. Like I said, this fight with Gary can be pretty vicious, so he's got a pretty decent team here. And the thing about his Pidgeotto is the sand attack, right? Because it dulls our accuracy, and then we're getting the 2 Intimidate drops from both Gyarados and Arcanine, which is why I chose Venusaur as his starter. Could have went with the Charizard because of the harder things. This is just going to be a battle of I've got a lot of potions. Dang it. Yep. I could have went with the Charizard and had a little bit more of a hard time. But this is hard enough. The fact that we're using a Metapod, right? Our attack is absolutely abysmal at the moment because I believe either we got a sand attack drop or we got a Feather Dance drop, which I don't think it knows Feather Dance, but that was the only Hyper Potion we had. Kind of cheesy just to sit here and spam potions, but it's a hard fight. Look at how much damage we're doing to Alakazam, and it has no defense. Come on, Shedskin. This is actually going to be a turn where we just... Look at the leftovers doing some overtime right there. Yeah, we did get the leftovers, which has helped us tremendously not having to use so many potions, but that was kind of a cheesed battle with our rival. It is what it is. I've got another Rocket Grunt to fight down here, and then the fight with Giovanni, which we might go in as we are. I think we are. Let's grab the, I believe it's a revive from here. Just more sellable items. And here we go. I have no healing items, so this is going to be a pretty itemless battle. With just our Metapod. Hopefully the Shed Skin will activate, and it... So what I'm going to need to actually do is go heal. Grab myself a few more potions. And get prepared. I could have re-rolled Gary's encounter to where I wasn't using so many potions, but I think we were at like a -4 attack, obviously, because Kadabra should go, or Alakazam rather, should go down really, really fast. And I do need to remember that after I actually heal, to go somewhere and drain my power points, because when I first went into the Silph Company, I had all my Hardens, and it was fun, to say the least. But anyway, let's keep doing this, and I will meet you back at Giovanni. So this time, with the battle against Giovanni, I left myself a couple of Hardens like we did with the Koga fight, just to kind of boost that defense a little bit, right? Our defense is really, really good, but we've got some stellar mons that we're going to have to fight, namely the Kangaskhan, which I am going to use a healing item. There we go, and then Nidoqueen comes out. It's going to poison us. And with 5 health remaining, because I wasn't paying attention, we took down Giovanni, and I almost did it again. Oh. We're going to go ahead and hit an antidote and a hyper potion because I don't feel like healing. And now we're going to go take on Sabrina. Silph Company is done. Oh, I should grab the Master Ball. I never grabbed this thing, but if we run into something worthwhile, maybe we will catch it. Like a shiny, you know? Because we haven't run into a shiny yet, considering the amount of grinding that we've done. I've fought thousands of mons, had thousands of encounters, and nothing. I call hacks. Seriously, I call hacks. I did actually run over to the fighting gym real quick, the fighting dojo rather, and took them on. And we fought a few trainers. We didn't fight them all in Sabrina's gym, but now is the battle against Sabrina, which I'm not really worried about. We should be able to take out her Kadabra and her Alakazam with one shot. And it looks like we're gonna, well, we're gonna play around with Mr. Mime for a while. Ooh, that was a nice baton pass into Alakazam. But we did beat her. We did beat her first try, and we beat her itemless. Having the Hyper Potions, which I forgot we can actually get in Saffron City, makes it very nice for us going forward, because we don't have to go to the Pokemon Center, and we don't have to worry about wasting our Hardens on wild Magikarps. So, back down to Fuchsia, time to go through the Safari Zone, get ourselves Surf, and get ourselves Strength, and then go back to the Silph Company, because I forgot to talk to the guy to get Lapras. You guys remember the battle with this guy right here during our Magikarp run? It was so exhausting. It took me like a half hour to do it. I just beat him first try. And I'm not going to really mess around with the trainers inside the old mansion anyway. Just this guy to get the rare candy. We did manage to sell all the vitamins and stuff that we got in the Silph Company. That's how we bought the 99 Hyper Potions, and we still have a ton of money for now. I shouldn't need anything outside of the Hyper Potions for the Elite Four. So it's simply going to get the secret key and a couple of TMs down here so that we can have potential items to sell if need be. So let's continue on our roll through here, and then I'm gonna go beat up a bunch of trainers in the fire type gym with a bug. Now I would imagine that this fight is not going to go very easy the first try. There are 2 intimidate drops and he has fire blast. Like I said, the fact that we actually can't beat Blaine is a little scary. Unless we get lucky with the fire blast drops, right? Or the fact that it's not supposed to hit. Oh, I did not want to use these strats. At least it's using its potions against the Rapidash as opposed to the Arcanine, which is going to take us out no different than the Growlithe. So, with that being said, and with all of this going on, I think what we're going to have to do... Oh, I don't know. I honestly don't know what we're going to have to do. We're level 72 at the moment. I have 10... No, I have 11 rare candies. I have all but the last one in Victory Road. I could bump myself up 11 levels. We could go do a little bit more training. I only need 5,000 to level 73. And then we could get ourselves to level 84. But I want to save the rare candies for the last bit. So, yeah, Fire Blast is going to one-shot our Metapod. Outside of leveling up, I really don't know. I really don't know what we can do. Yeah, it's not like I can get the berries that weaken the move. I can't learn, oh my goodness, Rain Dance? Is that... What the heck is the TM? Yeah, Rain Dance. I can't do that. If we could get off a Rain Dance, that'd be great, but Metapod can't learn any moves, so we have finally met a decent challenge that I think we're going to have to try to level our way past, and then hope for some good RNG luck. We have great defense and we have great special defense. It's just the fact that the move is super effective against us, causing a little bit of issues. So, I think I'm going to go buy a couple X items, because I think it's going to be worth our while to get ourselves a couple of X attacks for this battle, since we do have 2 Intimidate drops. Outside of that, I don't know. Well, I've gone around and gained a couple of levels. We're level 76 now, and we're going to attempt this again. I'm pretty sure... Well, we outspeed the... Oh, goodness. We outspeed the Growlithe now, which is really good, and it looks like we can tank a Fire Blast from the Growlithe. So, I think we could level up a fair bit more, and we could actually beat this guy relatively easy, right? Obviously, if I get 12 more levels, I'm going to have enough rare candies to where I can just jump to the final level. The only thing is, I have managed to fight every single trainer on the map. Yep, I went up here and fought all the trainers on Route 21. I fought all the trainers on Route 20. I flew to Fuchsia and fought the trainers on Route 19 and 20. I have fought everybody on Cycling Road. I have fought everybody across these routes. I fought everybody in Silph Company. The only gym that I really did any skipping was some of the trainers in Sabrina's, which doesn't really matter. So, I think I'm going to need to go into Seafoam Islands, maybe? Maybe that's where I could have the best chance at encounters that will give me decent experience. And we're just going to grind up a few levels. And where are we at? We're at level 76? So maybe we'll get to level 80 and we'll try it again. I don't know. I know it's possible. What does this give me? 331 experience? Oh no. This is going to take a while. You know, I've never considered training in Seafoam Islands before. That's why I wondered if that would be the best place to train. And if you go down into the bottom where you can fight Wild Golduck and Dugong, they give like 800, 750 experience each. There are Wild Golbats that give a fair amount as well. And in no time, we're level 80. That was honestly like 10 minutes. It's pretty good. So, yeah, let's try this. We were able to take that thing out in 2 shots. Throw a Hyper Potion to see. We're testing the waters kind of with what everything's gonna do, right? I think honestly, if I was maybe a few more levels higher, this wouldn't be so bad. I mean, we're going into Rapidash with a pretty good... we were going into Rapidash with pretty good health until it burned us. But it's a 2-shot for the Growlithe. It's a 2-shot for the Ponyta. Crit on the Rapidash put us to the Arcanine, and we lost. So, we got a Fire Blast miss, but we got a burn there. We could cheese the burn with the full restore, but it's nothing, right? We're gonna keep losing. There was a crit, that was nice. So what I think I'm gonna do is, I know I said that level 88 is normally the level we want to shoot to get ourselves, we're gonna need to be level 100 probably to go fight the Elite Four. But I've still got all of Giovanni's gym, and I've got all of the Elite Four to grind out levels. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pop a few rare candies. I think we're just going to hit 5. To try to get the special defense close to 100. We're 1 shy. We're gonna go ahead and save, and we're gonna try this. There's honestly no reason to go train. We can just use the rare candies. We've done all the EV training that we could possibly do. We'll hit a Hyper Potion here. We'll hit another Hyper Potion because, yep, Blaine was going to heal. I did grab these to try to circumvent the 2 Intimidate drops. The X attacks. But I don't know if it's actually worth using those. Because 2 Fire Blasts take us out, right? So let's... we would need some serious RNG luck to have a bunch of these Fire Blast miss like they just did. I should have anticipated that. What did it just use? Bounce? I think it just used Bounce because it's out of power points. So there, we now have a full attack. Oh, We got him. We got him. We got him. I know we cheesed that one using potions and stuff, but this was a serious fight. Nice. So now, yeah, Bill's gonna talk to us like I've said before. We are just going to simply use a hyper potion because we don't need to go to the Pokemon Center. Which I think is going to affect us when we do future runs. We're gonna forget to go to the Pokemon Center because we're so used to just avoiding them, right? But now is the time for me to go through Giovanni's gym and try to gain some levels throughout this whole thing. We only have 6 rare candies on us now. We will get a 7th. So we need to get ourselves to around level 93. Maybe we'll try the Elite Four at that level. I'm only really worried about our rivals Pokemon. We can buy a couple of X attacks if we want to, but I don't think it's going to be worth setting up. And our Metagod here, you know, that's pretty bulky, considering. Ran through his gym relatively easy. Struggle being a typeless move really does help against rock-type Pokemon. And now it's time. Time to take on the 8th and final gym leader. Which I honestly think this isn't going to be too bad of a fight. I figured he would send out both Rhyhorns because rock-type, super effective, right? Doug Trio goes down to a single hit. We are going to want to go ahead and blast a full restore there on his heal turn. Paralyzed is fine. We shed skin that, and his Nidoking goes down. That's it. That's Giovanni. And we could get the Macho Brace right here, but what's the point? It's kind of silly we get the Macho Brace or availability of the Macho Brace so late in the game. I mean, you do your EV training at low levels, is what I found anyway. I guess if we wanted to EV train, no. Something better, I almost goofed. Then we would do it. Let's go sell a few items, and then we are going to take on... That was pretty funny little dance, huh? Boop, 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 yeah. Then we'll go take on Bugkilla, our rival. Which I never actually fought this guy, back when he just had his Bulbasaur and his Pidgey, so... It's gonna be an interesting fight. You know, I bet you could do this itemless, but why? Gyarados. Kind of a bulky mon. All the Intimidate drops and things like that don't help us. And when we did this with Magikarp, we were running X attacks. Let's go ahead and reset. I'm pretty sure he got a bunch of... Yep, that was a Feather Dance drop there. Why does he do Feather Dance? I'm surprised. So we're already -2 on attack. I think it's going to be hard to beat him with that. There we go. I figured a wing attack strats would be the smartest thing considering it's super effective. Why go for Feather Dance? It doesn't matter. Look at that. 101 special defense. That's so good. 123 defense, 122 attack. There's an attack drop. There's the second attack drop. I think we can actually power through his Gyarados. His Alakazam can be quite deadly if it gets the Calm Mind setups. So going into the Elite Four, we may actually want to grab some X attacks. But I don't know. There we go. There we go. We have beaten all the gym trainers. We have beaten our rival. It is now time for us to make our way through Victory Road, fight the onslaught of trainers throughout Victory Road, take on the Elite Four members. There's Lorelei, Bruno, Karen, Lance, and then finally Bugkilla for one last time to crown Metapod the king that dominates Kanto, right? Or crown him as the deity that he is, Metagod. Alright, so we didn't quite get to level 93, it's fine, we did get to level 90, and I burned the rest of my rare candies, taking Metagod to level 97. I have boxed all of my other Pokemon, I have made a save, and it is time. It is time to step into the Elite Four and battle Lorelei, the Ice Trainer. I'm not too worried about Lorelei. It is a little annoying. I'm not too worried about Lorelei, he said. The healing gets a little bit annoying, and there's a little bit of stall tactics that Dugong can do. And Cloyster coming out is going to also be a stall type mon with Protect. I don't know why it decided to throw spikes the first turn, but it's going to use... It has Dive, which is like the only move that it can attack with, so it just gives me a little bit of heal turn. Slowbro is pretty bulky defensively. So, and of course it's going to try to put us to sleep, and Lapras, again, is another Pokemon that can hit pretty hard. Oh my god. Why am I only level 92? Hold on. I must have hit the wrong button? Alright. I know what happened. We died, so we reset. That's what it was. Oh, come on. Yeah, these battles are almost impossible to do itemless because Struggle does so much damage depending on how much damage we do and so on and so forth, and this is so annoying. Just go away, Cloyster. But in the grand scheme of things, thank you, Shed Skin, this isn't a terrible battle, right? And I think defensively, Lorelei's got a pretty bulky team. Yep, anticipated your heal, so I healed. Dang it. So the reason that I did all this and I didn't just burn my rare candies is I was thinking that we should grind. And I think we're going to need to get Metagod, goodness, to level 100 to go through this feat here. I don't know. Nope. I'm gonna pop these rare candies and then we're gonna go for it. So if we have to reset from this point going forward, it's gonna be relatively simple. We will just be at the level 97. You gotta consider going through all of these battles, we are going to gain levels, right? Maybe not to level 100, but close? Oh my god, this Cloyster is just so stally. The one thing I will say about this run, as I've gone through it, it has been nice not really needing to worry about power points. We haven't needed to go back to the Pokemon Center other than to regain our health. And being able to buy potions has made this run that much better. I'm not gonna wait for Shed Skin. You've got to be kidding me. Isn't freeze chance like 10%? Oh my goodness. So that has been fun. That's been nice. I don't have to worry about these guys wasting my power points, stalling me out. We only have one move, and we're going for it. Finally, to the Jinx, who goes down to 2 struggles. That's the way that this should go. My goodness. Now, with, like, the Magikarp run, we are going to save in between the Elite Four members. There's not much more we can do. There's not a huge strategy of how we're going to beat these guys. I could just die and go get X attacks and worry about stuff like that, but it's fine. These guys are doing some serious damage considering I resist fighting moves. I wanted to do this without X items, but that might not be a bad idea to set up and sweep these teams. But it's a pain. I could have kept like some ethers to gain some hardens back to go that route, but I don't know. The rest of this run has been relatively easy. I knew that the Elite Four was going to be a little bit daunting. We would use less hyper potions. Just kill me. Thank you. Got no money, but we have a backup plan. So I'm going to sell off all of these TMs because I can't use them anyway. We're going to go buy some X attacks, and we're going to sweep these teams. I'm tired of struggle. It's a hard move to manipulate, and obviously we have leftovers. There's not much more we can do. We could put a citrus berry on, like Bruno's Machamp, but that's really not going to gain us a whole heck of a lot. So since we've been cheesing this with items anyway, we might as well go full on and get ourselves some X attacks. Alright, so now we're set up. I'm gonna pop just a couple of X attacks. 1, 2, like 3. It's gonna 2-shot her Dugong. I didn't mean to do a 4th one, but that's okay. We can actually 2-shot the Cloyster, which is nice. We can 2-shot the Slowbro, which is really nice. And we should be able to 2-shot the Lapras. And does that mean, yep, 1-shot the Jinx. Very, very nice. Perfect. Now again, we're going to save. There's not much we can do. We have done everything we can. But on the Onyx, we can set up a couple of these. And I think with where our attack's at, we really don't need but 3 of them just to start 2-shotting mons and single-shotting other mons. The Citrus Berry pulled Machamp out of heal range. And there is Bruno almost defeated. We're going to heal. Just because struggle. There we go. Struggle is a very difficult move to work around, I'm telling you. The good news is I don't have to worry about what we did with Magikarp, where I'm already struggling. Come on, Gengar. Get bust through. Come on, Metagod. There we go. Shedskin coming in clutch there. On the toxic poison, which is really nice. Okay. Let's do this. We played that one very poorly. So 1, 2, 3. It's going for double teams. We one-shot it. So let's go for 2 more of these just because of the Intimidate drop from Arbok. There we go. Everything is a one-shot. Perfect. Alright, that's 3 of the 4. Let's see, we've got a Gyarados here now. That brings us back to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. A heal. Not quite one-shotting the Gyarados, but that's okay. His Aerodactyl is bulky and has wing attack, which can take us out. Dragonite goes down to 1, which means the 2 Dragonairs should go down to 1 shot each. Alright. Here we go. The final battle against Bugkilla, our rival. Now we gotta pay attention. He used Feather Dance, so now we're back to 0. There's an Aerial Ace, there's +2. 3, 4. Oh. Yeah. I don't know why he goes for Feather Dance. There's an Aerial Ace, there's 2, there's a Sand Attack, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5. There is a full buff. We've got a couple of Sand Attack drops, which is terrible. I did not mean to hit Struggle. Now we're only at +5 with a Hyper Potion heal. Okay, we really need your Pidgeotto or Pidgeot to not do Feather Dance and to go for the super effective Aerial Ace. So there's Aerial Ace and 1, Aerial Ace and 2, Aerial Ace and 3, a heal and an Aerial Ace. There's a Sand Attack and 4, 2 Sand Attacks, 3 Sand Attacks, and all the Sand Attacks. That's what's going to destroy us in this run, which is why that Pidgeotto or Pidgeot is such a pain. So what we could do, because Rhydon comes out second, is we can actually take the Pidgeot out, right? Feather Dance, that's not going to do us any good. Is it just going to do Feather Dance? Nope, there's Sand Attack. We want to try to avoid that, so we're just going to keep resetting. Aerial Ace is good, Aerial Ace is good, Aerial Ace is good. Anticipating the heal on both sides, there's a Sand Attack, a Feather Dance, and Bunk. Let's try to do 1. Nope. Ah. With the Aerial Ace. There's a Sand Attack. So we've got 1 accuracy drop and we're +2 attack right now. So +3 attack, +4 attack, +5 attack, +6 attack, which is as high as we can go. Yep, I figured he was going to heal. And Arcanine outspeeds us. With the accuracy drop, it really doesn't matter. So there's +1, Feather Dance. My goodness. Okay, so we have been hit with 2 Sand Attacks, and we have 2 X Attacks up. There's 3, 4, Oh, that's why... We can't set up on the Rhydon either because the rock tombs make it to where Arcanine outspeeds us. Okay, so... That's fine. There's two, or... I don't even know where I'm at now. I think we're sitting at +5 or 6 with a bunch of accuracy drops. But we still I have enough potions to negate the flamethrowers. Will you miss? No, that's a 100% effective move, and there's a critical to finally take us out. So I need to set up like 4 X attacks on this Pidgeot without it using Sand Attack or Feather Dance. There's 2 Sand Attacks in a row. It's not even worth it, right? There we go. Wasn't paying attention. That's the best RNG luck I've had so far. Alright, so let me try to get past his Pidgeot with 4 X attacks and no Sand Attack drops or Feather Dance drops. Oh my goodness, we did it. We just got past his Arcanine. So, what I had to do was pretty much leave the Elite Four. We gained all the levels we could, got to level 100. Grabbed some X speeds, and that was the trick. We got through his Pidgeot, who did hit us with a couple of Sand Attacks, but we bumped a couple of X attacks and took it down, and then during the Rhydon fight, I just kept using X speeds until I couldn't use X speeds anymore, which means now I outspeed everything, and it was out of moves like Rock Tomb or Scary Face that could lower our speed, and we were able to beat it. I outsped the Arcanine and hit it for 1 struggle, and it is dead. So, provided our moves don't miss, we can beat the Venusaur, we can beat the Alakazam, and we're going to play it safe here because I have spent the last 2 hours trying to get through this guy. There it is. There it is. Oh man, I was getting so frustrated with this run. I beat you at your best with a Meta God. Why? Why did I lose? Well, because I have more money than you, that's the honest truth, and I'm somewhat of a better trainer. Oh, let's go. Man, my goodness. I have no words for this. What a challenge. Dealing with struggle and recoil damage. There's no way to beat this without using items, right? Oh, what did I do? No way. There's absolutely no way. But that is the Metapod challenge. We have beat the entire league. Metapod has destroyed the entirety of Kanto, and my goodness. That was literally a struggle. So, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I did enjoy it for the most part. Knowing how to EV train and stuff has made things so much easier, so much better, right? And as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that there's nothing I can do here. I can't start the post-game because my Game Boy battery is dead. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. But we're going to go through, see if we can't get to the... Ah, it will let me. So, Metagod, level 100. Let's compare its stats to our Magikarp, who was of the same level, who have similar stats, right? Our Metapod was 209 HP, where ours is 229. They both have the Adamant level, which gives them a positive attack nature. The attack is 139 versus 49 on Metapod. Defense is 141 versus 166 on Magikarp, so Magikarp was a little bit better. Special attack is 54, which doesn't matter. Magikarp's was 42, I don't care, but our special defense was 116 versus 57 on Magikarp, and then our speed is abysmal, 107 versus 258 on Magikarp. My goodness, this thing was a beast. The Shed Skin ability helped tremendously, and I'm very happy that we managed to get through the game, though the last part of the game was a struggle. So, anyway, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you know the routine. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. If you've made it all the way to the end and you want to learn about ways that you can follow me or join in my community and chat, links to Discord, Twitter, and Twitch are in the description down below. There are also links to the second channel where I upload live streams, as well as a link to Patreon if that's something you're into. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.